Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. You probably think from the demeanor that I have when I'm starting this video out that I'm going a little bit insane. And if that's what you thought, you are indeed correct. You're gonna see me lose my shit today because I am sick and fucking tired of there being different standards for certain people than there are for others. I'm sick and tired of being held to a different standard than the people that make shit up every single fucking day to denigrate the industry that I've spent 13 years of my life working in, providing living wages to the people that work at my business and trying to teach people how to get into so that they can help people out. Many of you who follow this channel will know that one of the things that I like to do is try to catch people in lies. And the lies that I try to catch the lobbyists in on a regular basis, I do by showing up at all these legislative hearings, having a camera, letting you listen to what they say, and then comparing it to reality. And 2 years ago, there was a hearing where there was somebody who made a comment about TikTok. Many of you may remember what that was. There was a particular lobbyist for CTA that implied that if you get your device fixed by an independent service provider, that this may result in TikTok getting installed on your phone. For those of you who may have not followed this, I will play that particular recording. So let me just get that on the screen.
By other products in the marketplace.
Senator, clearly there are a lot of issues that we need to walk through. What I will say is that supercomputer that's in your pocket, which you say is an iPhone, there's a warranty that goes along with that, and there's an authorized network of people that we have vetted who know how to repair that phone and do it under warranty so that you can still feel confident that what you're getting back is a phone that does not have TikTok put onto it, doesn't raise some of the data privacy questions that I think this very committee is.
Okay, now he's saying that you can be assured that your phone does not have TikTok installed onto it. He's implying that people from independent service centers will install TikTok on your device. And I made a video calling this gentleman clueless. And in the thumbnail, I said that he was clueless. People were apparently so mad that they were not even willing to have a conversation about this bill 2 years ago because I used the word clueless in a thumbnail. What I said is that you can ask an independent service center to repair your phone and you can say, I don't want to give you the password. At my store, we ask for the password so that we can test that every feature and function and works before you come back to the store. So if something's not working on the phone, we know that, so by the time you come back, everything's tested. However, if you want to retain full privacy and you don't want to give us a password, totally fine. You're welcome to not give a password. We do the repair. You enter the password, test that everything works, and you come back. No problem. If I don't have your password, I can't install anything on your phone, even if I wanted to. Further, the manufacturer has a financial incentive to preload apps on your phone that I, as an independent service center, don't have. Nobody is paying a 2-person repair shop in a hole-in-the-wall in New York City to install TikTok onto your phone. However, people will often pay the carrier or the manufacturer to preload your phone with bloatware, which comes from the manufacturer, not the repair shop. When I pointed this out, you had lobbyists that decided to be crybillies and run to the legislator and say, Lewis is mean. He said in his thumbnail that I'm clueless. And I did a video on this where I went over precisely how aggravated I was at this crybully mentality that you'll find from many lobbyists. Now, the person that you heard speak that was lying and denigrating the independent repair service industry by implying that we pre-install malware on people's phones when his members do that, that was a gentleman from CTA, the Consumer Technology Association that runs CES. One of their members, as you can see from members.cta.tech, is Samsung Electronics of America. Now, what has Samsung Electronics of America decided to do recently? They have now decided to, and I quote, install TikTok as an essential app on your fucking phone. Now, do you think that this gentleman is going to go back to that legislature and say, you know what, let me retract my testimony where I said that it's likely that maybe independents are going to install crap on your phone because our members are now doing what we were accusing them of? Of course not. That's never going to happen. We hired a lobbyist to try and get a bill passed in Olympia, Washington last year. Did a great job, got a lot of people together, created a good coalition. And we even got to the point where Microsoft was willing to be neutral on the bill instead of against it. What happened in Washington, in the state of Washington, just a few days before we were supposed to have a vote on this? You had massive dozens and dozens of calls from all these different companies and all these industry lobbyists to these politicians, making things up, scaring the crap out of them with nonsensical misinformation, and the bill did not get passed. Now, here's the thing. Here's my frustration. You might wonder, Lewis, why are you mad? Why are you mad? I have to defend my industry against all sorts of garbage that people make up. And if I ever get even the tiniest thing wrong, I will be called out on it by my audience for years. When I get the Henrik Husby case wrong, I issue a public apology. I issue 3 videos going over how I got that case wrong. People remember, I am held to a standard where everything that I say is put through this little fine-tooth comb and I have to be correct about everything. Yet they can make bold-faced lies, giving that as testimony before senators and House representatives, and there are never any consequences. But further, the very thing that they are accusing every single person in the mobile repair industry of is exactly what they are doing. They are doing it without apologies. They are doing it without ever correcting any of their testimony. They are doing what it says in Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. They are accusing their opposition of what they are doing, and they get away with it every single fucking day. There will never be a consequence for any of these industry lobbyists. There will never be a consequence for any of these companies for lying to a legislative body, as there would be if I lied to that legislative body. They will never be held to account. These individuals will get to continue showing up before legislators, making things up on a regular basis, and then people will wonder, Lewis, why are you angry? Why are you mad? Why do you come across in these videos as raging? Because we are not held to the same standard that they are. And it's never going to be that way. They are never going to be held to a standard of having to be honest and having an answer for when they make things up. When they say bills are about source code when they're not. When they say that everything's going to blow up when it doesn't. When they say that this is going to be about hacking and insecurity when they're the ones that are uploading customer fucking sex tapes to Facebook. They're going to say that it is about safety and security. And these independent repairers, they're not going to do things safely like we do. When you have companies that say this shit, that are literally releasing products that burn on the inside that they don't recall. And then they say it's not about money. It's about your safety. As if it ever was. Why is it that we are held to this standard of truthfulness and they are not held to any standard at all? Why is it that industry lobbyists can routinely lie to legislators and accuse the opposition of what they themselves are doing and never get called out on it and routinely win? It is aggravating, it is annoying, and to be honest with you, it's starting to drive me a little bit nuts. What do you think of this? What do you think of an industry lobbyist saying that independents are going to be installing TikTok on people's phones? Then one of the companies that is represented and a member of his trade association starts installing TikTok on people's phones. And that very trade association, one of the trade associations that's partly responsible for that bill not passing 2 years later because they continue to make things up, they continue to lie to legislators, and they will continue to do it into the future with no consequences. Every single person that showed up to that hearing that said something that denigrates the independent repair industry will still most likely have a 6-figure salary this year, the next year, and the year after that with no repercussions. People wonder why it pisses us off. That's it for today. You probably didn't learn anything. You just watched me scream into a camera. But sometimes I need to scream into a camera because this shit, honestly, just starts to fucking piss me off. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.